Aloha. Well, this is another Monday music moment. Gonna play banjo today. Got a student here coming up. Looking forward to that. Playing banjo for the new ones, either bluegrass, scrug style with rolls, or doing a claw hammer, which is a lot of fun too. But for today, if you haven't watched these Music Monday moments, check out the other ones. They talk about scales, where to put your fingers, and how to hear out the whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step, which gives us do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So the long story short, so if we're close to in tune, we can go vertically up any stringed instrument, if it has frets or not. In music, when we're moving through these tones, generally we teach from the C major, meaning we'd have a... So since the banjo's in G, I'm just going to teach from that common mechanism. We can teach from the D string, or I could even start at the C note and we can move and progress from there. Long story short, if you have your instrument, pick it up. We're going to talk a little bit about the minor mode, Aeolian. Now, most people know a major scale, which is the aforementioned scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, has a whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, half step. When we write that down and we look at our notes in the key of C major, that's what it gives us. C major and A minor have all the same notes. So through the eyes of C major, I'm just going to talk about A minor today. Here's a C major on a banjo. La, la, la. You have it a couple different places where when we play it, we get the same tones that we got everywhere else when we played it. And then we can combine those codes with different notes. So 1, 3, 5 is a triad and a chord anywhere. And if we add a 6, we would get a C6. In this example, we're just going to take that same major and turn it into a minor, which is A minor has all the same notes in C major. In that phrasing, we would have A to B would be a whole step, and then we would have B to C as a half step, okay? So following that mechanism, if we were to do that just on the D string of the banjo, we would go D to E and then have E to F as the half step, because normally D would have 2 sharps. So I would be going D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. So in a minor mode or minor scale, we would flatten the 3, we would flatten the 6, and we flatten the 7th, meaning we would have a flat minor 6. We would put that down to 6. It would be an Aug 5, if you will. Or the 7th that we had C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. If we go from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. So G, instead of being in the key of A major, which would have A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, and G, we would flatten all of the sharps in that key. So in the key of A, when we're playing that, if we had, let's see, A, we would have A, B, and rather than have C sharp, we'd have C. Then we'd have D, we'd have E, and then rather than having F sharp, we'd have F. Then rather than having G sharp, we'd have G, and then that would resolve with another whole step to A. That phrasing gives us the scale we play over minor chords. So if we're playing an A minor here, and we're playing any variation of that A minor on any instrument, all the notes that are in C major and all the notes that are in A minor will sufficiently work. Since the banjo is in the key of G major, let's look at through the eyes of G major. G to A is a whole step. A to B is a whole step. But B to C, undeniably, is a half step, a minor second. So when we go from that C to the D, because all these notes naturally have to go in order, unless we alter them to have a sharp or a flat. So in the key of C major, no sharps, no flats. Hence, that's why we talk about it, because it gets kind of muddled when we start talking about C sharp, D flat, E flat, F sharp, B major, H nothing. What happens is we lose our brain trying to concentrate on all of it rather than concentrating on the one thing. And that one thing is just keeping and wrapping your brain around. When you have a note and you go up a half step, it is a half step or a minor second or a semiquaver. If you go up a whole step, it is a addition of a secondary minor second. So math, kinda, 2 minor seconds make a major second. So when we do this, we see ourselves doing a major second and then a minor second, which starts us off perfect for an Aeolian mode, meaning we would have 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, and then the 1. Once again, through the eyes of G major, when I have a G major, I would have G major, A minor, B minor, C major, I would have D major, E minor, and then because we know what our fifth is, we could play G, A, B, C, D. Whenever you play your D major as a D7, you can utilize the D7 as a lending tone or passing chord, which will inevitably lead right back to Rome, meaning your D7 sounds a whole heck of a lot like your F sharp diminished, okay? When we play these notes, on any instrument that we play, we use the same formula. Go back and check out the Music Mondays to check out and see like the Aeolian mode, which all this is taught from. A lot of the characteristics of the mode won't make sense until you're playing progressions, meaning exactly what I showed. In the key of G, if I played a G and then a C and then an E, I would have a 1, G, A, B, I would have a 4, and then I would have a 6. Because the E minor is the G, A, B, C, D, E, the 6th note in the scale. The only note in the key of G that isn't a natural note is the 7th note, and it's an F sharp diminished. When trying to find out these scale exercises, no matter what instrument you're playing on, make sure that you know you're looking for your 1, your 3, and your 5, not your 2 sus notes, nor are you looking for that minor 6 or that determinable major 7th or minor 7th, which will give you your major 7th chords or your dominant 7th chords. I hope this was informative. If not, put it in the comment section. I'd love to hear so. Anywho, see you next Monday. Aloha.